All right, so one of the more popular items that we're asked to install here at Hook One, and one of the things that I get a lot of questions about, is the no-drill anchor trolley for all of our Wilderness Systems kayaks. The way this works is you simply take a piece of 3/16 bungee, thread your pulley onto it, bring your line through this deck fitting on the inside, take your excess and kind of tuck it out of the way. Now the trick here is to take a piece of fishing line, in this case a piece of Seaguar fluorocarbon, and you simply feed it through by pulling this bungee out of the way right next to it. Pull that out the opposite side, and then you pre-mushroom this bungee by using a lighter. And what you can do is you can slide that slip knot right down by that collar that heating that up makes. Get that right up next to the other piece of bungee laying flat. Grab your bungee and your leader material together, pop it right through. And what I recommend is leaving a tab on there. So all you got to do is bite that, pull it off, and you're ready to use it to thread your next bungee through. So depending on how long you want this and how much slack you want it, what I do is I pull the bungee down so I don't waste a lot of excess. Pull this back, line it up just like that. And what I like to have is about 6 inches so it comes over the top of the boat and lays flat. Grab that excess right there, pull it forward. Simply tie a double or an overhand loop, surgeon's loop, whatever you want to call it. Just an overhand knot with the 2 pieces of line. Hold that flat as you pull it down. Cinch it, grab both ends, pull your tag, then take your pulley, pull on it some more. Gets that nice and clean. And then what I like to do is I like to pull against it as I'm cutting it and kind of use a sawing motion that makes that bungee fray out. As soon as that thing pops loose, it's going to have a nice little poof on it. Hit that with the lighter. Roll it a little bit. And then you can take your thumb, lick your finger, or you can simply wipe some of the oil off your face, touch that, and it'll keep it from burning you. Grab that pulley, line it up, pull it down in there. It's nice and clean and secure and out of the way. We're going to go to the other end and do the exact same thing. There's one little extra twist up front. Let's head up there and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Simply do again what we did in the back. Up front though, you don't need as much bungee and you don't want it hanging off the side. So you really only want about a 3 or 4 inch piece. Give yourself enough room to tie that. Pull it through. Do a double overhand knot. Pull it nice and tight. Again, use your pulley. Draw that knot down real clean. Run back here, grab my scissors and my lighter. Do the exact same thing I did in the back to the front. Remember to pull on your bungee and tension it a little bit and kind of saw it so it frays it out. Gives you a nice little tuft to burn. Get that nice and hot. Lick your finger, round it off, pull it down in there, lays nice and flat. You've got a clean anchor point for your bungee. Got nothing to worry about your line getting caught on up front. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to use the 3/16 cord as our main running line. The first thing that I did is I pulled the center out about 10 inches long. And the reason that I did that is I want to tie this knot. I don't want to have a lot of bulk and I don't want it to slip. So simply take your plastic ring, pull your line through and get yourself about 6 inches of slack. Take that and fold it over and make a number 9. After you make the number 9, take the tail of the 9 and go through the hole 4 times. If you do it 3 times, it won't be enough. If you do it 5 times, it'll kink. So pull that down. It'll be nice and clean. Roll it to get all the tension out. Pull it, pull it, pull it. Get it nice and tight. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take that knot. What I like to do is just loop this through one of the handles. Inside the shop, we've got a hook I hooked this on. I just hold on to this as I pull and do the same sawing motion to get that rope to fray out. What I'm doing here is I'm avoiding having any little tag ends that fishing line gets caught in the wedges. So after you fray that out like that, just hold it at a 90-degree angle, get it burning good and melt it up. I actually like to get a good flame going so that it can burn right down to the rope. starts to bubble and melt a little bit, and kind of roll it around, take your thumb and wet it and smash it down, and that will weld itself right to the knot. That's never coming untied. It's nice and clean, and there's nothing to get caught on there. Now, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to pull off enough rope to do your anchor trolley. In this case, I'm going to pull a little bit of excess to show you exactly how we do this and why. So now that you've got your line pulled, there's a real specific way that you have to route this to get it to perform properly and not twist up. So take all of your line, come to the back, and in your back pulley, come through the bottom first. You'll see the reason for that in just a second. And drop your line, bring your line through the top of your ring, and then we're just going to run all the way to the front. So you went through the bottom up in the back, you want to go from the top down in the front. Bring that around, and then simply pull your slack right to the middle. Now I've got a little trick to get the right amount of line here, and what I do, I pop this ring underneath the handle, bring this up to the back of the slide track. That works on the tarpons, the rides, the commanders. It works on all the Wilderness Systems boats. And then grab your 2 pieces of running line. Make sure you don't grab the top line. And then right at that gear track, or at the slide track, grab it and make another number 9. Now, I'm going to cut off some of this line so it makes it easy to make my little tail. And you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to bring that down, and you're going to bring that tail in through 4 times. Not 5 and not 3. So that's 2, that's 3, and that's 4. On this end, you don't want to take the center core out because you want this line to maintain some rigidity. After you get that tail through there, work it down and roll it, taking the slack out, getting it tight, keeping it tight until you've got a nice little button. Looks almost like a little beehive. Now, grab the knot, the whole thing, pull the tag in, slide it forward, take the slack out, pull the tag in, slide it forward, take the slack out, pull the tag in. That's important, and I'll show you why in just a second. Now, once you've done that, pull tight on your line, use your little sawing motion again, and cut it to where you can get it to fray. It's probably more important on this one because this one's going to be sliding fore and aft. After you've got it to fray, and I cut this one a little closer, you're going to do the same thing and burn it. You can see there that I've got that white core right in the center because I didn't pull it out on this knot, because if I did, it would get too tight. Now, while that's still hot, lick your finger, smash it down. That is your completed no drill anchor trolley. In real time, it took me about 6 minutes. That's with filming. So this is a quick and easy installation. You can get it pre-made at Hook One, where all you got to do is pull the bungee through, tie it off. It's the Not Right anchor trolley. Now, here's what's cool about this anchor trolley. Your line is run through your ring. So when you deploy the anchor, it pulls the line out away from the boat. It also preloads it with some friction so you don't have to have an additional positioning mechanism like a jam cleat. So wherever you put it, it stops. Now this is the cool part, and this is unlike any other anchor trolley on the market. This sliding knot serves 2 purposes. You can loosen it up so you can run your ring to the front, and your anchoring point will actually surpass, your pivot point will actually surpass your anchor point, and that's unique to this design and this anchor trolley. It's unlike anything else on the market. Now, the real cool thing about this too is you can pull this line and you can tension this as much or as little as you want. Let it get out as far away from the boat as you can, and then when you're storing it for transport, simply cinch that real tight. It preloads those bungees, tuck it in up under the handle, take your paddle holder, drop it over there, and now you don't have this slapping around on top of your car when you're driving down the road, driving you crazy heading to your favorite fishing spot. Check out the Not Right package available at Hook One Kayak Fishing Gear, and rig your boat exactly the way I do, or we can customize it to your kayak fishing needs. For outstanding customer service, expert advice, and an extensive selection of quality kayak fishing products, visit Hook One at kayakfishinggear.com.